I think a big win this year is they didn't really bring in a quarterback. I think they're really trying to figure out what they have in Tua. I know that there's been rumored to, in the Deshaun Watson stuff, they were kind of rumored maybe to bring in somebody different, as he was not overly electric last year.
He had some moments where you saw the arm talent and the accuracy and stuff like that, but most of it was disappointing. It
wasn't his normal self.
I think you could make the argument the lack of talent in the offense, which they tried to correct this year, bringing in Will Fuller, drafting Jalen Waddle 6th overall in the NFL draft. So I think the outlook for Tua can only go up, but I think that's where is the upside with Tua next year?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think
because I'm not super excited right now. I like Tua. I love Tua. I think he can be that player, but
we just have to kind of see.
I'm not going to buy into it yet.
We really have to see. I mean, he didn't really get the ball downfield, which he's used to.
No, yeah.
Usually doing. He just didn't really do much, and again, he basically got benched again. Because didn't Ryan Fitzpatrick come in again at the end of the year, right?
No,
I swear I thought I saw or read that he got put back in. Didn't he start a game and then they brought Fitzpatrick back?
I think you have it reversed. I think you have it flipped.
Well, that's disappointing. I know Ryan Fitzpatrick got benched when they were winning.
Yeah, there was a big deal about it.
But I thought that there was drives during these games where they brought Ryan Fitzpatrick back in. Maybe I am incorrect on that. But Tua finished the season with 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. It's not anything special. When he had over 290 attempts,
yeah,
and only a 64.1 completion percentage, which isn't great.
But I think the real concerning thing is, even if you look at his points per game, in the 10 games he played, he was 31st, which is
it's just not
bad.
good.
Yeah,
it's not good. He definitely needs to be better, but I am very hopeful with him. I know
a lot of people think
so.
he's just over. He can never get to that point.
No,
I'm leaning more to that side, but I'm not out. I'm not ruling it out as a possibility.
I completely disagree that he's done. Look at Josh Allen. His first season was great. I shouldn't say great. It was good. It wasn't great.
Well, I mean, but that was a ton of rushing added in there. So fantasy-wise, he was good.
Right. Fantasy-wise, he was good.
Tua ain't going to be doing that.
Tua's not going to be running like that. He doesn't have that. But what I'm saying is I still think there's progression that could take place.
And there were times later in the season where he was forcing the ball into tighter windows. I remember one great Gesicki catch over the middle with 2 defenders on him. But he's going to have to do more of that.
Yeah.
But now he's going to have the weapons. Will Fuller, Devontae Parker on opposite
and
sides.
And one he knows very well.
Yep. And which I didn't. It's kind of funny when you think about it now. But there's 4 teammates reunited this year. You got Burrow, Jamar Chase.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts, Devonta Smith.
Yep.
Tua, Jalen Waddle.
Yep.
And the other one. Oh,
come on. Is it wide receiver? You can do it.
I know. I got first reason. Who was it? It was a early round guy.
Was it a wide receiver?
I can't remember. Oh, Etienne and Trevor Lawrence.
It's not a wide receiver. But yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, there will be some of those wide receiver college quarterback running back
and
connections.
even then, I mean, Etienne and Trevor Lawrence did do some pretty solid stuff there too.
Let's skip running backs for a second and go to wide receivers.
Okay.
Because I do think there is a big difference between sometimes teams are just really loaded on teams, but it's not really going to translate a ton to fantasy production. I think NFL-wise, this team is going to be very, very good. They're going to be very hard to beat.
Yeah.
But fantasy-wise, I'm not super excited about a ton of players on this team, especially at the wide receiver position.
Wow, that's very surprising. Is it because of Tua, or is it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it can't be productive, but I'm not betting on that at this point.
Okay.
They're going to have to show me something.
Okay, that's fine. You want to start with Fuller, or you want to start with Parker?
Fuller last year, I mean, don't forget, when he played his 11 games, he was 5th in points per game. 5th in points per game when he was the number 1 on the wide receiver. And that's the other thing. Who's going to be the number 1 wide receiver on this team right now? Devontae Parker's got the tenure. He has got the most experience with 2 on that offense.
He's got the height and weight.
Yeah, Fuller's coming in from a different team. He still has 1 game to serve on that suspension. He was brought in free agency, though, on a 1-year, $10 million deal. Not a ton of money. And then you have Jalen Waddle, a rookie, coming in. He's going to be playing mostly out of the slot.
Yep.
I think there is who's the number one in this offense question.
So, I'm honestly,
I think Fuller is more talented, but
I would still keep Parker as the number one though, and put Fuller as your number two. But
I think Fuller did a fantastic job last year proving he could be your team's number one wide receiver. And I think he is more talented at this point than Devontae Parker.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Parker's had one good year.
Yeah, I just always feel like to me, your X receiver usually is going to be your height guy. You know, your 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" guy. He's not going to get downfield as much. Your Y is going to be more speed. You know, 6 foot, 190, 200, and 4'3", 4'4".
Yeah.
So I always just kind of automatically slot that kind of that characteristic of a player into a number 2 slot.
The nice thing though is I think all these receivers in this group are going to go. I think pretty much everyone on this team is going to go late in drafts. I think Fuller's not going to go super high because he's switching teams. He's on a new team with a
left-handed
productive offense.
A left-handed quarterback that's vastly different than Deshaun.
And you do have to factor in, I mean, he was popped for PEDs last year.
Yep.
Was that somewhat of a fact? I'm kind of throwing it away. I'm not counting it too much.
Do you remember the discussion we had though?
Yeah.
Because we were like, when we broke
maybe
that news.
Maybe that's the reason he stayed healthy.
That was the reason he stayed healthy. Yeah.
I don't think it really played in at all. I'm just going to disregard like it ever happened.
Yeah.
And I do think I would be taking the shot with Fuller if I had to only pick one wide receiver in this group.
I actually don't disagree with you, unfortunately. I would like to, but Parker's just hurt me too many times.
Yeah.
Every year, you know, I'm like, oh, this is going to be his year. This is going to, and then he does some flashes of, oh, he's back, you know, or there he is. And he's never consistent ever. He's just never, ever consistent. And it's so frustrating. So I would definitely 100% take my shot on Will Fuller. Thank you so much for watching the Fantasy Monsters on YouTube. If you liked our video today, please subscribe to our channel. Hit the little bell icon. Get notified whenever we go live or post other videos. You can see the link below. You can click on previous videos. You can also leave comments below. We'd love to hear from you guys as well. And we'll catch you next week.
Have a good one.